Welcome to another episode of Daily Gym. In today's episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about trust and reputation and how it affects doing business. In yesterday's episode, I mentioned how I'm noticing that a lot of startups these days at a very early stage are trying to partner with bigger companies that already have an existing customer base, thereby trying to leverage the reputation that company has and the trust it receives from its customers. But ultimately, if the startup wants to scale past that particular group of customers into new sectors or new areas with customers, they of course have to build up their own reputation and receive trust from a new group of customers. Trust, in my estimation, is the ability to and action of delivering upon a promise in a timely fashion, with reputation being the perception of others in your ability to do so. Generally speaking, a lot of companies and people gain trust by a combination of speed and skill. If I see that a company has had a lot of high-profile clients, I will place some trust in that company. But generally speaking, and it makes me want to work with them, but generally speaking, it's a bit of a fleeting sense of trust. Because over time, what actually makes up that trust and that long-term relationship is not so much what I've seen them do with other people, but what they're doing with me. So in that sense, it comes down to delivering upon your promise or keeping your promise. Of course, you always want to try and over-deliver so that the perceived skill level is even higher than what people anticipated beforehand. But the damage when you're not able to keep up a promise is really significant. As a company in particular, it's even more complicated because it's not just what you put on the advertising or on the labeling, but each individual that works in your company is effectively a representative of your company, even if they're not just a salesperson. Think about it this way. As a company, you're selling not just your product or service, but you're also selling yourself to investors that your potential in the future is even higher, that you're able to scale. And in order to scale, you also need to attract more employees with diverse skill sets or just to increase the output of your current work. If you want to attract more employees, that means your workplace needs to be good as well. So imagine it this way. Even you're delivering to customers very well, but then you're not treating your employees or the people that you work with properly. When that particular engineer that never deals with customers goes out to meet with his friends and drinks and has some drinks with them, if they ask him how his work is and he says the work environment is terrible, that means it will become more difficult for you to actually attract people and thereby more difficult to attract investments or scale the business. I also notice this in the reverse way. When people are trying to apply for a job or you're working with colleagues or managers that are telling you they're capable of doing something, but they haven't shown any track record that they're actually able to do it. The most noticeable is with people that are applying for a job, say they don't have the skill, they know that, but they're very interested in doing that kind of work. Personally, I would believe them from the onset that there's a genuine interest in their heart in doing that work. But when I look at their resume, or particularly how they spend their spare time, and they haven't put any effort into learning that craft or actually taking the actions to do it, it becomes hard for me to place trust in them, thereby generally going for the person who has actually done it as previous work. I love giving chances to people who wants to make a switch in their career, but I really hope that people also understand from the company's point of view that you have to show them something that you really want, that you're really into it. So in this case, I guess the final message I want to give to you is actions speak louder than words. So while you can really talk the talk and really sell yourself, if in the end you're not able to walk the walk, or at least show that you have tried walking the walk, it becomes difficult to have that trust and really get people to accept and do business with you. That's all I have to say for today. I'll be back with another video, and have a nice day, everyone.